kalangga, this is Miss Cabs and welcome to my channel, the Kabayan TalkTv. And for today's video, i-justify na po natin ang part 2 ng love story ni Sir Sam at ni Miss Marilyn. But before I start reading this letter, let me remind you that there were some strong and nasty words which is part of the letter that I can't avoid to read. So pagpasensyahan nyo na lang po si Miss Cabs kung mabasa naman po yun. Okay. And before we start reading this letter, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell para po ma-notify kayo for our upcoming videos. So come on lang, let's read this letter. Miss Cabs, how are you doing, lady? I know you've been waiting for me to send this letter to you, so here it is. To end up your wonder why I dumped Marilyn so easily after her Italian man sent me that single picture, well, I felt like I was damn fool pussycat tricked by benevolent mouse. In my entire life, I never met a woman as marvelous as Marilyn. Kind-hearted, sweet, beautiful, sexy, and brainy one. The first week we talked, getting to know each other, I declared to myself that I want this woman. She's the kind of woman that I want in my life. I worked on everything so I could get to Dubai and met her. Everything fell in my hands smoothly and I was so damn excited. I couldn't hold my feelings when I get my visa and have my plane ticket. So instead of going to surprise her, I showed her those papers which makes her so damn happy and elated. Hell, just a month away and she'd be in my arms, I foolishly said to myself while smiling. All of a sudden, a new message appeared on my notification from an Italian dude. Thinking it was maybe one of our clients, I opened his message and to my fucking surprise, a man kissing my woman appeared on my screen. I felt that the world has fallen apart that time. Next, I felt disgust to the woman I love, trust and valued, just make a fool out of me. I was enraged, so I turned off my computer and hid to bed and never get back on social media for 3 damn days. When I opened my FB, Marilyn had random messages from me. My whole system was still enraged and never pay attention on her care and worries in my absence. Instead, I sent her the photo the Italian dude sent me and sent her also some nasty messages mocking her and cursing her on her infidelity. Thought of her lying for an explanation, I quickly blocked her so I won't hear any bullshits anymore. 3 damn boring days had passed. Well, okay, let me tell you. My life was back to normal. Dating random women in person, screwing up random women in social media, showing interest to me, but none of them I can compare to Marilyn. There is something in her that I cannot find in any other woman I messed up with. But she's already gone. The moment I decided to unblock her on FB, I couldn't find her name on my blacklist anymore. Maybe she changed her FB name. On my lucky day, one of my friends I forgot was a mutual friend of mine and Marilyn posted her picture on the forum together with Marilyn. I spot the coffee I am drinking the time when I saw her on my screen, smiling happily and vibrant. She turns beautiful and sexy now more than before. I felt uneasy for how many minutes before I decided to talk to Marilyn's friend who posted the photo and told her not to tell anyone, especially Marilyn, that we talked and I will come to the Philippines in exchange of giving her gift as long as I get there. In my eagerness to see my woman who was now in her country, everything was just like a whirlwind. I knew she loves me, and that was my only weapon to be courageous to flow to the Philippines and gamble my fate. I never thought that my chaos would be start as I approached to my women. I never thought that my chaos would be start as I approached to my woman. Marilyn accepted me in their house but we never slept in one room. Every morning I had to wake up like 3 a.m. to go to the farm together with her father to plow the fields, herding water buffalo and watching the water irrigating going to the rice fields. When I get back home, I have to axe some firewood they will use for cooking. Then I would fetch water from the water pump to fill the three big drums for the water storage. This is the traditional way of wooing Filipino women that I undergone for almost 7 months before I win back Marilyn's heart. I may be a fool of dumping her that easy, but I never regret those years we've been apart because those times made me realize that I cannot lose an amazing woman just like my wife. Sam, I must admit I get thrilled as I read your letter because it's so rare to see an American guy or a foreigner guy who would use a traditional way or an old ways of wooing Filipino women. But you did a great job, dude. I salute you for that. But of course, I hope, sir, you could be an inspiration to other men that have the courage to admit to themselves their mistakes while their relationship failed. Not just like other men that they're just going to throw the blame to their partner or to their ex. But like you said, you would never realize how much you love Marilyn if you didn't dump her that time. You're just lucky enough that she genuinely loves you. That's why she managed to wait that long period of time. Remember mga langga, not all men were as lucky as Sir Sam, or not all women were as stable as Marilyn to wait that long period of time. Because as the wind blows and changes its direction, people's feelings change too as they move on. So if you got problem with your relationship, talk about it, fix it out right away. Do not wait for the sun to set off from the sky before approaching to your partner and talk about your problem. Don't wait for someone who is threatening you to take your woman away from you before you make the move and fix whatever problems you have. Remember, there is no mess that cannot be ironed with proper conversation. Thank you once again, Sir Sam, for sending me your letter. The 2 weeks of waiting for this letter is worth it. This is Miss Cabs and this is the Kabayan TalkTv and we are signing off.